Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thanks for Hashkey and Wangxiang for organizing such an amazing event to share the latest in our beloved industry. I do, to some extent, agree with both Anson and Abdullah Sheikh for their statements, which were actually strong. The fact that we need regulation is actually very true. As a matter of fact, it's very essential. Otherwise, we would not be able to reach the masses. And that is a word that everyone in blockchain keeps saying is onboarding the next 1 billion. And that is not going to be easy without actually working on the regulation side, which is extremely important. But at the same thing is the fact that we are making things very complicated for the end user. To be honest, it's even worse sometimes to deal with crypto rails, even though they are meant to be simple, than just using PayPal or other institutional or banking solutions that already exist. So, as someone from Morocco myself, I do believe that the invent of blockchain as a solution to connect the whole world is amazing, especially that it brings a lot of optionality and access. And I believe that it will be the one solution that will integrate more people from everywhere in the world. So, let me talk about our project. So, I am from Alchemy Pay. What we do is very clear. Our mission is simple, bridging both the crypto and the fiat economy. And we are focusing on doing that by following a very simple recipe, which is working compliantly in all of the jurisdiction we are serving, and at the same time, focusing on the user experience. So, this is what we do in a nutshell. Alchemy Pay was founded in 2017, and as most of you know, in crypto space, this is a long time actually. Our founder's background has a strong connections and knowledge in the payment space for a long time. And if we wrap what we do in a simple word, on-off ramp, which is bridging both crypto and fiat easily for users. At the same time, we do have crypto card solutions that allow users to pay using their crypto assets or digital assets seamlessly. NFT checkout, which is something that is novel. I hope that it will be a big hit in the future. It is now, but it's still perhaps going to be a thing next on. And crypto payments, of course, is something that we have been working on at the very beginning, early days, especially when it comes to POS, but still, it's not as easy actually to work with a lot of entities and projects on that. So the way we do that is we support 50 plus currencies or fiat currencies, virtually all of the cryptocurrencies that exist and the networks, of course. We do support 300 payment channels, which is one of our strengths, because one of the points that Abdullah said earlier in his speech is that actually to serve the masses, we have to focus on the grassroots. I'm going to go back to that very soon. Okay, so let's take a look at the global landscape. This is according to Chainalysis report in 2023. They have some of the best reports when it comes to assessing the growth of cryptocurrency. And this approach is different than most of the other reports that are created in the space because it focuses on the grassroots growth. Meaning that, for example, we see that the growth and the number of users in like low-income countries and economies remained higher than compared to pre-bull run in 2020. And that indicates that there is actually a use case and need for the crypto assets or digital assets in general. So I do have a very firm and strong belief that Bitcoin is one of the best innovations in tech, especially the underlying technology, the blockchain itself, and the best utility in the blockchain space is actually the stable coins, not the other assets. A lot of them are for speculation. Of course, we are still in the exploration phase, which is amazing, but we see a lot of opportunity in the lower middle income countries such as Southeast Asia, Latin America, and of course Africa. And alternative payment methods have seen a lot of growth, especially post-COVID, because sometimes there are certain things that happen, such as COVID, and then they change the whole trend. And that is amazing because otherwise it would have taken us a lot of time to reach that point. So we appreciate that. Like, that's one of the good things about COVID in general. So in a nutshell, just describing what we do, how we do that easily. So for example, when it comes to accessing Web3 for users, like a new user usually would go through a lot of pain points and friction to achieve their goal of buying a crypto asset. And probably they will go through OTC or peer-to-peer markets. There is the safety reasons. And if they want to reach or buy assets or trade them on a different chain, they have to do the bridging. There is risks associated with that and a lot of transactions. Probably they will need gas, etc., etc. That is not actually necessary, especially if we are talking about onboarding million or millions. Alchemy Pay is just trying to minimize all of that as much as possible by offering users access to their destination, either app or exchange or asset in a lower journey. That's the case. Okay, so we're talking about the growth that we have achieved so far. We are proud to have amassed 1 million ramp users, which is amazing, and we have served 3 million transactions. And we believe that the next couple of months, especially this year, will be amazing for us because we have seen a lot of growth potential, and we have more partners that will allow us to serve 10 million users by the end of this year. And that is our goal. So for the crypto card solutions, we actually serve both users and businesses. For us, the users was more of a case study to see the potential. We have collaborated with Binance so that user can access virtual cards from within Binance Marketplace. And that was like a case study to see whether there is a potential or not. And we have amassed 500,000 users in less than 6 months since launch. And at the same time, this allowed us and gave us like a North Star how we can serve more customers or users across the world. And that's why we are offering cards, white label solutions, and branded cards for businesses. So for example, any business or DAO or let's say Web2 even, that want to tokenize assets or their point system, we can make them their own payment cards that are crypto or digital assets enabled so that the users can pay using that token or any other digital assets. And they can also choose their own reward and cashback system. Okay, so these are like very essential things since we are here in Hong Kong. And we want to talk about like the key trends and why Hong Kong has a lot of potential to serve a lot of people in Southeast Asia and potentially even a lot of users around the world. Hong Kong has always been a financial hub, as we all know, and more there is regulation and compliance clarity, and Hong Kong is positioning itself to be one of the leaders and hubs for crypto in the world, and they are competing with Dubai and Singapore in terms of that. And we have seen that there is 50 million Hong Kong dollars that have been allocated for this specific goal by the Hong Kong government. And we are banking on that, and we are betting largely on collaborating with a lot of institutions that are actually prioritizing regulation and compliance, such as Hashkey or others that are operating in the space. So this is what we have achieved in Hong Kong so far, and we are doing more in the very next couple of months and potentially in the next couple of years. So we have amassed a lot of licenses, but at the same time, when it comes to Hong Kong specifically, we have obtained MSO license, and at the same time, we are offering crypto cards for Hong Kong users and residents in general, and then enriching our Hong Kong experience for users to use Alipay Hong Kong for the NFT checkouts. So for the goal for this year, when it comes to the ramp, we are planning on achieving 50 plus payment channels and at the same time reaching 100% coverage when it comes to more countries and more payment networks that we are collaborating with, and even more fiat currencies as well. So this is one of the things that we have been working on behind the scenes, and I am excited about this, especially for the Web3 and Web2 companies. So we are actually a new service that will help either Web3 companies or projects, for example, that receive crypto, to be able to transact and off-ramp that into their banking. So this is one of the things that, like traditional banks are actually making it hard for crypto projects to transact in crypto or digital assets in general. So this solution, we believe, will have a lot of potential in serving these novel companies, something sort of like neobanks that have been seeing a lot of potential and growth in the recent years. When it comes to the regulation sides and compliance, that is something very important, of course, as we talked before, and we are compliant. We have regulated licenses in the United Kingdom, the States, and of course in Europe and Indonesia. And we are working on 20 plus licenses in all of these jurisdictions, such as Hong Kong, South Korea, Australia, and the States. More states to be followed as well. So, of course, we would not been able to achieve any of this without the strong backing and support of our community and our partners all over the board. As you can see here, the list is large and we are growing fast, and this is the backbone of our success, and we are building even a stronger collaboration with all of these partners. We hope that we can achieve more together, and there is a lot of potential in general. So just to wrap up, our mission is clear, and the commitment is just to bridge between the crypto and the digital, the crypto and the fiat assets to serve all of the users, whether they are institutions, businesses, or even retail users that are underbanked or not served in the world. So we do that using seamless fiat to crypto payment rails, innovative solutions like crypto, Web3 banking solutions, and of course with the backing of regulatory and compliant that is very essential. And of course, all of this is essential with our very strong community and partners. And this is a little bit about our token, which has been listed for a long time, since 2018 on all of the major exchanges. And currently we are working on expanding the use cases for our token to reach more users around the world, and allowing it to be used not just as a holding or as an incentive for the users or businesses that we collaborate with, but also to grow something big.